Welcome Minecrafters, Full Bump here, and we've got an exciting new block to build with in the new Minecraft 1.17 Java Snapshot. This new block is the copper block, and it was just released in the 20w45a snapshot, and it's going to be fantastic to build with. Plus, the possibility of making a charge creeper farm with the new lightning rod's going to be so cool. But more on that later in this video. First, we're going to start by going over the copper blocks themselves, where you can find them, what you can craft with them, the different oxidation stages, and then we'll have a look at the possibility of making a charged creeper farm with the new copper lightning rod, so be sure to stick around. So as you can see, the new copper ore looks similar to iron, but the flecks of color have either a rust orange or a greenish hue to them. Green indicating some of the copper has begun to oxidize, which we'll go over later in this video. As of this snapshot, copper ore can be found across the overworld, anywhere from bedrock to the surface, real similar to the way iron and coal are generated. But Mojang did say this is not the final generation pattern for copper, so generation could change in future snapshots, but for now, it's just like iron and coal. When mining copper ore, just like iron, you'll have to have at least a stone pick, which is what I'm using here, or the ore won't drop, so don't use a wooden pick to mine it. But hey, you wouldn't use a wooden pick, so no problem there. Am I right? Once mined, just like iron and gold, copper has to be smelted in a furnace or a blast furnace to get a copper ingot. And when you have 9 copper ingots, you can craft them into a copper block. Then, with 4 copper blocks, you can craft a cut copper block, which can then be used to craft cut copper stairs and cut copper slabs. I think it's worth mentioning, as of this snapshot, Mojang hasn't given us any way to farm copper, so you're going to have to do a lot of mining. And I'll give you a little example here. In order to make 4 stairs, you're going to have 72 copper ingots to make 8 copper blocks, and then those 8 copper blocks will turn into 8 cut copper blocks, which then you can turn in the 8 copper blocks into 4 cut copper stairs, and you'll have 2 cut copper blocks left over. I also think it'd be really cool if Mojang would allow us to do something like this with iron and gold ore, so that we could have stairs and slabs for those as well. But let me know what you think in the comments. Is that a good idea or not? Now let's move on to the cool color variations that you can get from oxidized copper. So on the left here, we've got just normal copper blocks. And next to that is lightly weathered, and then the sort of greenish one is semi-weathered, and all the way over here on the right is fully weathered copper, oxidized copper blocks. And you can also see the same variations with the cut copper blocks, with the just cut copper on the left, and all the way on the right is the fully weathered cut copper block. And then you've got the similar variation with stairs, as well as slabs. So you're going to be able to get some really cool color variations with this, and Mojang even gave us a way to lock in these colors. If you like a particular color for a build you're working on, we can just use honeycomb and do what's called waxing the block. So let me show you how we do that. At your crafting table, it's really easy to lock in the oxidation stage of the copper. All you'll need is some honeycomb. And you'll only need to lock in the oxidation stage if you want the copper to stay that color, and there's no need to wax the fully weathered copper since the color won't change anyways. All right, now before we get into the lightning rod, I wanted to show you another really cool thing that you can do with copper, the Spyglass. In addition to 2 copper ingots, you'll also need 1 amethyst shard, and I won't go into detail about amethyst in this video to keep it short, but amethyst can be found underground in amethyst geodes. Once you've made the Spyglass, all you have to do is hold down your right mouse button to look through it. Now, onto the lightning rod. Crafting a lightning rod takes 3 copper ingots, and it will keep your building safe if it gets struck by lightning, provided the closest area around it is fireproof, according to the post on Minecraft.net. In addition, lightning rods give off a redstone signal when struck by lightning, which is a very random way to get a redstone signal, but I'm sure the Minecraft community will figure out cool ways to use it, but that's not something I was going to cover in this video. Before we get into testing to see if we can create some charged creeper when lightning strikes a lightning rod, I wanted to see how well the lightning rod would protect nearby blocks from catching fire when the lightning strikes. The snapshot update post on Minecraft.net was a bit confusing about it, and as you can see here, it says protect an area 4*16 blocks around it. And I'm not sure if they mean 4 by 16, which seems a little bit large of an area to me, or if the asterisk is a placeholder for the Y coordinate in the XYZ coordinate system that Minecraft uses, and they simply forgot to add it to the post. For the first test, I covered a 17 by 17 block area with wood planks and placed 4 lightning rods on it, spaced out evenly, and then waited for lightning to strike. Sure enough, it did. But there weren't any fires started, and I know rain can put out fires started by lightning, but I've seen the fire burn for at least a few seconds before going out, so I figured this would be a good test. When that didn't work, I tried adding some planks close to the lightning rod and raised them a block above the height of the lightning rod, but after waiting for a bit, still no fire when the lightning struck. The last test I did used even more planks and a half square around the lightning rod, and unfortunately, still no fire. I'm not sure if I'm testing this wrong or if there's some sort of a bug in this snapshot with regards to fires caused by lightning, but I'll probably wait until the next snapshot before I do any more testing. Speaking of which, I plan on adding more videos about the 1.17 update, so if you like this video, please consider hitting the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you'll be alerted to future episodes. Now, on to the charge creeper test. I've got a few ideas, but I'm going to save building a full-on charge creeper farm for a future video. For this video, I just want to confirm to see whether we get charged creepers when the lightning strikes, and because I want to be able to survive the charged creeper explosion and, get a few creeper heads, I built an obsidian cage with a lightning rod in the middle for the purposes of this test, and I used some creeper spawn eggs to fill it with creepers. The obsidian should resist the charge creeper explosions, and I've got openings that the charge creepers can see through, so I'll be able to look them in the eye and get them to explode. Well, there you have it. I think with some testing, it would be possible to build a charge creeper farm in survival, and there'll be some challenges, but certainly doable, I think. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Of course, the rarity of thunderstorms means you might have to AFK a lot to get it to work. Before you go, I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you liked the video. Until next time, craft on, my dudes.